guys, I hope you're all doing well. Today's video has been a particularly long time coming. I think this is my fourth attempt to sit down and film this. I first filmed it maybe about a fortnight ago now, and just since then everything that could go wrong technically has gone wrong. I've been asked a couple of times to do a uni related Q&A, so I asked on social media whether you guys had any questions. Most of them are uni related, but I did get some that were kind of more general, beauty, Christmas kind of related, and I thought that I would pop those in at the end as well. But what I am going to do is I'm going to pop the timestamps of each question in the description box down below, just in case. Obviously I'm not assuming that all of you are going to be interested in the uni questions. Some of you might just be interested in the uni questions, so you can just kind of skip through. It probably goes without saying that the university question I got asked the most was, where do you go to uni, what do you do, and what year are you in? So I study education at the University of East Anglia, or UEA, which is based here in Norwich, and I'm in my third year. So in England that normally means your last year, and I'm not planning on doing like a PGCE or a Masters or anything like that, so I am literally in my final few months now. How do you balance uni with blogging, and what advice would you give to someone in a little bit of a rut? So this is something that I found really difficult as I've been at uni. I can sometimes go a couple of months where I just don't feel that inspired, and I think that probably the first thing that I would say is just not to force it. I can go for weeks at a time where I really just don't feel that into blogging. I don't feel like I've got a lot to put on my own blog, and I don't really feel like reading other people's blogs either, and I think that's absolutely fine. I think the most important thing is to just do it as and when you enjoy it. If you're at uni, then presumably you'll be something like me, and blogging is just literally a hobby. I don't make any money from it, I don't really get anything out of it, I just do it because I love to do it. And I think for that reason it just is really important to just do it whenever it makes you happy and whenever you've got the feeling like you want to do it. Yesterday I sat down and I gave my blog like a redesign, and I have to say that since I've done that, I woke up this morning and I just felt so inspired. I've been sitting taking photos all day, and that's something that I haven't done for absolutely ages. So yeah, just give it a refresh every now and again, I think can be really helpful. So the next two questions kind of go together, at least in my case. The first one is, would you recommend uni to someone who is still unsure? And the second one is, how do you choose your uni course? So, right. Ever since I started uni, ever since I applied for uni really, I have known that that isn't what I want to do. And I feel as though that's something that's only become more evident and more apparent and more difficult to kind of get over as I've stayed at uni. I really don't want this video to come across as me saying that you shouldn't go to uni, because that just isn't true at all. If you spoke to any of my closest friends who go to uni, they would all say that it's absolutely amazing, and it is amazing. It's such an enjoyable experience, and if it's something that you want to do, if you know what you want to do, if you feel like, yeah, I really want to go and study that for another 3 years, do it 100%. But just from my personal point of view, it hasn't been the right decision for me, and I think I've always been very aware of that. And I think that I went to uni very much because it seemed like the thing to do. It seemed like the only option that I really had at the time, and it can be really difficult, I would say, to commit yourself to doing something for 3 years if you're just doing it because you feel like it's the only option and you're not making any money from it. In fact, you're spending a hell of a lot of money to go to university, and if it's something that you kind of feel a little bit lackluster about, then I would just say step back and just think about it. There is absolutely no hurry. I think that that is the most important thing. Honestly, just take your time. Don't do what I did and pick something on the spur of the moment and just think, okay, that looks easy enough, I'll do that. I'm really conscious that I don't want to put out like really negative opinions of uni or anything like that, but I'm also aware that probably the reason why like uni Q&A videos are so popular is because everybody has got a different experience, and it might help someone, I guess, to hear my own experiences. You never know what's going to happen over the next year, 2 years, 3 years. You might find that thing that you think, yeah, I really want to go to uni and I really want to study that, and go for it and do it. And yeah, it's completely individual, but if you are still having second thoughts or having doubts or whatever, then just chill and just take your time and think about it a little bit more. The final uni question is, what are your plans post-uni? And honestly, I don't have any idea. I kind of try and tell myself that I'm being really chilled out about it and that it doesn't really matter and everything will fall into place. but if I'm honest, if I stop and actually think about it, then I do have a slight mental breakdown. I know that I want to at least try and do something to do with writing. Writing is my main passion. It always has been, if I'm completely honest, and it's just something that I probably didn't really have the confidence to do when I first started applying to unis and things. I looked at creative writing courses and I just kind of thought, okay, I don't really think that I'm good enough to do that, and if uni has taught me anything, it's just to go for it if there is something that you enjoy doing. So I then have a few more random questions. The first is, what foundation would you take with you on a desert island? One high street, one high end. For high end, I would have to say NARS Sheer Glow. I know that that's probably really cliche. I know a lot of people would probably say that, but in my opinion it is for a really good reason. The coverage is amazing, it feels really comfortable on the skin, it leaves a really nice kind of semi-matte, satiny, healthy look to the skin, and it lasts really long as well. I don't know why I'd worry about that if I was on a desert island, but yeah, it's a good foundation. I really don't own that many high street foundations. A lot of the high street bases that I own are more like BB creams, CC creams, but if I had to choose a foundation, maybe Bourjois Healthy Mix. I used that a lot when I was at school and all the way through college and everything. That was the foundation that I swore by, and I haven't gone and repurchased it in a really long time, but I might have to at some point because, yeah, that was a really good foundation as well. So those would be my two picks. Would you consider doing Vlogmas one year? I'd love to see a vlog from you. Thank you. Yes, I am definitely going to be doing something for Vlogmas one year. I'm not entirely sure how it's going to go yet. I think I probably am going to do like the weekly roundup that I mentioned in my last video. But yeah, I definitely want to do something for Vlogmas. I'm not sure how exciting it's going to be, but I've got a few things planned. Obviously, because I do have uni, a lot of the time I'm working, I'm going to be travelling a little bit over that time as well. I probably won't do it every single day, so I think that weekly roundups is probably the best way to go. The next question is kind of uni related, but I didn't really feel as though it belonged in the uni category, and it is, what are your tips for decorating on a student budget, or I'm guessing just a small budget in general? My biggest tip would just be to shop around. Don't be afraid to shop second hand as well. I know a lot of people don't love that idea, but I personally, some of my favourite things in this flat, whether it's like bigger bits of furniture or little itty bits and pieces, bric-a-brac and that kind of thing, are all pretty much second hand. I think that by choosing things that aren't kind of available everywhere and that not everyone has, it's a really good way of just making it seem homey and making a place feel like your own, and obviously it's a lot cheaper as well. When are we having coffee? That is from Kate at Beauty Babbles. She is an absolute sweetheart. I will put her link to her blog down below, and we are going to be having coffee really soon, hopefully before Christmas. Leading on from that, what are your Christmas plans this year? So this year, Callum and I are going down to my house for Christmas. I am so excited. It's the first time that he's going to be spending Christmas down at my house. To put it in a little bit of context, in case you didn't know, Callum's family live kind of near Norwich and my family live kind of near Brighton, so it's about like a 4 or 5 hour journey between the two, which means that obviously we can't kind of split Christmas like we would like to do between the two families. So yeah, he's coming down to my house this year. I am beyond excited. I can't wait to see everyone. Last question is, what is on your Christmas wish list this year? I've already sent out my Christmas wish list. Absolutely always have like pyjamas, slippers, candles, loungewear and all that kind of stuff. I love asking for pyjamas, especially at Christmas. I just love, like, in the evening on Christmas Day, sitting down with some fresh pyjamas. I don't know if that's just me. But yeah, that kind of thing. I did ask for a couple of beauty things as well. I think I asked for the Clinique Whole Lot of Chubby gift set. And what else did I ask for? I asked for a Chanel lipstick. I also asked for Lisa Eldridge's face paint book as well. I've been really wanting to get my hands on that ever since it came out, but I decided that I was going to resist, so I have something to read on Christmas Day. So yeah, I think that's pretty much what I asked for this year. So I think that's everything. I really hope that you've enjoyed this video. If you have any other questions or anything wasn't clear or anything like that, then just pop it in the comments down below, and I will see you guys soon. Bye!